Hey, Vikings Nation, Skol, buckle up, because we're diving into some sizzling Minnesota Vikings news that's got the fan base buzzing. Could a four-time Pro Bowler be the missing piece for our defense in 2025? We're talking about Matthew Judon, the veteran edge rusher who's still out there in free agency. This is the kind of move that could send shockwaves through the NFC North. Ready to break it down? Let's get into why the Vikings are eyeing Judon and what this means for our Super Bowl dreams. So, what's the deal with Matthew Judon? ESPN's Aaron Schatz dropped a bombshell, suggesting the Vikings should snag this 32-year-old pass-rushing beast to bolster our defensive depth. After a rough 2024 with just 5.5 sacks for the Atlanta Falcons, Judon's stock might be down, but don't sleep on his resume. 15.5 sacks in 2022 with the Patriots and 4 straight Pro Bowls from 2019 to 2022. What do you think, Vikings fans? Is Judon the veteran spark we need, or is his best football behind him? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Picture this: Judon stepping into Brian Flores' defense, joining forces with Jonathan Greenid and Andrew Van Ginkel. Our starting edge rushers are locked in, but behind them it's Dallas Turner, a 2024 first-round pick with sky-high potential, and, well, Bo Richter, a second-year undrafted free agent with just 29 defensive snaps last season. Adding Judon could give us that seasoned depth to keep the pressure on quarterbacks like Jared Goff and Jordan Love. Imagine the chaos our D-line could unleash. Let's talk about why this move makes sense for the Vikings. Our defense was a top 2 unit in 2024 under Flores, and with additions like Jonathan Allen and Javon Hargrave, we're building a juggernaut. But injuries happen. Remember when Greenid missed time last year? Judon, even as a rotational piece, could step in and keep our pass rush relentless. At 33 in August, he's not a long-term fix, but a one-year deal could be a low-risk, high-reward move. What's your take? Would you roll the dice on Judon? Now, let's address the elephant in the room. Judon's 2024 season wasn't great, and he's coming off a bicep injury that limited him to 4 games in 2023 with New England. Some say he's on the decline, but Flores has a knack for reviving veterans. Look at how he turned Van Ginkel into a star. Judon's experience could mentor young guns like Turner, who's still finding his footing. Vikings fans, do you trust Flores to unlock Judon's potential again? Other teams are sniffing around Judon, too. The Baltimore Ravens, where he played from 2016 to 2020, could use a boost after losing Malik Harrison, but their pass rush is thin with David Ojabo and Trenton Simpson underperforming. The Washington Commanders and Dallas Cowboys are also in the mix, per reports, looking to pair Judon with their linebacker-heavy schemes. But let's be real. US Bank Stadium is where Judon belongs, wearing purple and gold. Who else is pumped at the thought of Judon sacking quarterbacks in Minnesota? Let's zoom out and look at the Vikings' 2025 outlook. After a 14-3 season, we're all in with J.J. McCarthy at quarterback and a stacked roster. But our $23.5 million in cap space per over the cap means we can afford a savvy signing like Judon without breaking the bank. A bargain deal for a proven vet could be the final piece to push us past playoff heartbreak. What's the one move you think the Vikings need to make for a Super Bowl run? Share below. Now, let's get hypothetical. Imagine Judon signs and lines up for our Week 1 clash against the Giants. He's rotating in, chasing Daniel Jones, while Greenid and Van Ginkel wreak havoc. Dallas Turner learns from Judon's veteran savvy, and suddenly, our pass rush is unstoppable. That's the kind of depth that wins championships. Vikings Nation, can you see Judon thriving in Flores' aggressive scheme, or are we better off investing in youth? On the flip side, some risks come with Judon. His age and recent injuries raise red flags, and we're already $60 million over the 2026 cap, per Vikings territory. A short-term deal makes sense, but what if Judon doesn't regain his Pro Bowl form? Could we be better off targeting a younger free agent or trading for someone like Greg Newsome too, as some analysts suggest? Vikings fans, weigh in: Judon or someone else to shore up our defense. Alright, Vikings Nation, it's time to sound off. Should the Vikings sign Matthew Judon and add that veteran grit to our pass rush? Or should we trust our young talent and save the cap space? Hit that like button if you're all in for Judon in purple. Drop a comment with your thoughts, and subscribe for the latest Vikings news. Share this video with your fellow Skol fans, and let's keep the conversation going. Until next time, let's keep dreaming of that Super Bowl trophy in Minnesota. Skol.